Hello, and welcome. Welcome to the YouTube channel. Yes, I know. You must be thinking to yourself, Stefan must really be going stir crazy if he's actually making a video. Hello. Welcome to my YouTube video. I'm gonna keep it totally honest. I recorded a video maybe a couple of weeks ago, and it just didn't go well. It just had a weird start right there at the beginning. Oh, my hands are dry. Wait a minute. Can somebody get me some lotion? And then I kept making weird faces. Get that. Oh, jeez. Oh, wow. Okay, here we are. Hello. Nope, that's not it either. What's going on? Nope, not feeling that one either. And then I looked at it and I was just like, you know what? I'm going to redo the whole thing. Why not? Because I have the time. We're all being affected in some type of way, and this is just my way of going through whatever is happening. So I hope you enjoy. Hope we have some fun. I hope you learn a little bit more about me. So I thought this first video should just be a Q&A, just a simple question and answer on my Instagram. I posted a section where people could ask me questions, and here are some that I know that most people usually ask me when they get to know me, but then also some that you guys sent in. So let's dive right in. The first question is, what is your favorite color? My favorite color changes often. Like a color one day and then I don't like it the next day. Today's color is gold, or more of like a burnt orange. And what is my favorite book? Oh, my favorite book would probably be, gosh, do I have a favorite book right now? I guess my favorite book would be Trevor Noah, Born a Crime. I think I say that every time somebody asks me what book they should read, or what book I really want to read, and that's just because it's a well done book. I loved it so much, not because of Trevor Noah, who's a very great comedian, and I love his TV show, his Daily Show. What's my favorite song? My favorite song at the moment, I guess, would be a gospel song called People by Jonathan McReynolds. It's a beautiful song just about how we as people always do things wrong, and we're always like, you know what, Lord, I want you to forgive these people, or I know I say it to myself. I'm always like, God, forgive this person for getting on my nerves today. But it's honest. It's an honest song. It's a genuine song. But then he also has a line in it that says, "Forgive me when I'm one of those people that I'm talking about." And it's very interesting to just talk about, great artist. Go check it out. He's not my favorite artist right now, which leads to the next question. The next question is, who's your favorite artist? My favorite artist would be Chance the Rapper. He wronged me, though. He wronged me, and I'll tell you why. I was supposed to go to his concert in October, but he canceled it. Had some family things going on. I'm like, okay, cool, yeah. That makes sense. But you're gonna come back. So then he booked a show for February 14th, the day after my birthday. So it was gonna be a big birthday weekend. I invited some people. We bought the tickets and everything. Had a skybox. Oh, it was gonna be good. We had a suite and everything. And then maybe like a couple weeks before, he's just like, "Yeah, sorry guys, I'm just gonna cancel the whole tour." I'm like, bro, this was a whole tour. You just canceled your first tour, and it was the whole last leg of the tour. But I like the album, so he's my favorite artist that I would say. Do you play video games? I'm glad you asked. I do play video games. I play many video games. I have a I have had most of the PlayStation systems, even gone as far back as the Nintendo 64. I didn't have a Sega Genesis. I wish I had a Sega Genesis. But I only had a Nintendo 64, and now I play my PlayStation 4. Bought an Xbox recently. Some would say that that doesn't make me a PlayStation person anymore. You'd be lying to yourself. But anyway, yeah, I do play video games. My favorite game I guess my favorite game series would be the Borderlands series. Many of my friends and many of my family know that Borderlands is a big part of just my gaming collection, just because they are. It's a funny game. It's one of those games where you can just go into it and just forget about whatever's going on, just because it's its own world. It's hilarious. It's funny. It's absurd. It's just like a cartoon game, and so it's pretty fun to me. So um, I I like Borderlands. If you won the lottery, what would you do? If I won the lottery, I think the first thing I would do is save it. I'm a really big saving person. You never know what's going to happen or what you might need different sums of money for, anything for buying a new car or buying a new house or investing in something. So I would save half of the money. The rest of it, I'd probably spend on probably buying myself a new house, and probably giving some money to my family, to those who need it, or just those who have really helped me and really been um, stable people in my life. I would also give some to my church as well. Whenever you have an opportunity to give back, I think that it would just be a good thing to do. So I'd give back in that way. Um, what's my favorite pizza topping? I'm one of those people who just like loaded pizzas. I want a pizza with everything on it. I don't want to be limited by just pepperoni, just cheese. Hawaiian. Get out of my face. I don't want to talk to you. If you like Hawaiian pizza, I disown you. Exit stage left. I don't. Hawaiian pizza, no. So, whew, do you prefer people who shoot straight with you or temper their words? I prefer a person who is very straightforward. I don't have the time or the effort anymore. I just if you want something from me, if you need something from me, if you require something from me, just ask me and I'll do it. It's if you dance around a subject, it sometimes can be harder for you to be able to communicate with people. That being said, I'm a person who might be that way to certain people just because I know them and I know that this kind of person wouldn't react well if I was just straightforward with them. I personally prefer people who just tell me things directly. This was a good question at the time because, like I told you, it was a while since I got these questions. So at the time that I got these questions, it was the Witcher series just came out on Netflix, and the question was, is The Witcher the best worst show on Netflix? I'm gonna take it as you mean it's the best show, but also the worst show in some aspects. So I do believe that the show did what it could for the games and the books. I think that they executed certain characters correctly. Like I think that they did really well with Geralt. I think that um, they tried to get all the backstories for most of the characters in order to build them up to where we currently are in the series. I think that it was a lot of storytelling and a lot of story building, but there wasn't enough of the monsters, which is a key factor of the Witcher series. There's still more that I wanted from the series, which is from most shows. The last question is, if you had unlimited resources, what would you change about the educational system? The reason I leave this last is because the educational system, not only my place of employment, but just everywhere, is kind of uncertain and everything's changing, everything's transitioning now virtually and more remote. So, if I had unlimited resources, what I would change about the education system is I would give more support for teachers. I would say that the compensation for the work that they do, though everything is about the students and everything's about the well-being of the students, I think that sometimes you have to, and this is what one of my um, professors would say, you have to keep in check your EQ, your emotional uh, quotient, which just reminds you that you have to take care of yourself as well. And so, if those resources or those plans are in place to take care of our teachers and take care of their well-beings, then that's going to lead to burnout later, or lead to a fallout in um, teachers not really wanting to be a part of the educational system anymore. The higher education level, I wish that there was um, I guess I would wish that there was more advocacy. I think it's really easy for students to fall into a niche or fall into a hole where they don't see people like me, or they don't see people like themselves who are in the education system and might just be like, this thing isn't for me. I'm really just going to go ahead and do this other thing. I'm not going to go to school, or I'm not going to they're just like, I just don't want to, I don't want to put in the work, or I just feel like I can't do it. So I just want more advocacy for students to be able to do things. Okay, that's it. That's the end of this video. Thank you so much for tuning in and seeing the first video. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hopefully the next one will be a little bit more spontaneous. Let's see. Give me some ideas. If you want to message me on Instagram, if you want to, I guess I have a Snapchat too. You can message me on Snapchat. You can leave a comment down below what kind of things that you want to see. I can do anything from, we can do a video game. We can do just a casual conversation. You give me a topic and I can just ramble on it for a while. It's really up to you, but I had fun. This was actually fun. Maybe I should do another one. I probably will do another one. So, long welcome. The other videos won't be this long. Thank you if you made it this long. But I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.